A German MEP has warned preparations for a no-deal Brexit should now be made in a major climb-down from the EU side after a trade agreement between the UK and Brussels was not signed by the end of the European Parliament's Sunday deadline. The UK formally left the European Union back in January and negotiations are still ongoing despite the end of the transition period on December 31 looming closer. Issues on fishing, governance and the so-called level playing field have remained. This week, MEPs passed a deadline claiming EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier must present them with the trade agreement by December 21, but this did not happen. Earlier, German MEP Bernd Lange warned a no-deal Brexit period is likely to be on the horizon without an agreement being signed at the end of Sunday evening. He tweeted, "The consequence of no deal tonight is obvious, the EP does not know the consolidated text, is not in a position to scrutinize before the end of the transition period. So make preparations now for a no-deal period and agree emergency measures with UK." The BBC's Europe editor Katja Adler retweeted Mr. Lange's tweet and added a no-deal period could now be inevitable. Ms. Adler tweeted, "Influential MEP warns a no-deal period is inevitable come January 1 if deal not agreed today because European Parliament couldn't scrutinize the text in time. But EU law says ratification by EU Parliament is not imperative. Deal, if agreed, could be applied provisionally." Earlier today, a UK source said the EU had a deadline this weekend which could trigger a no-deal outcome. The source told Express.co.uk, "No deal remains the likeliest outcome." They added, "The EU have said that they have a deadline today. For our part, we are prepared to keep talking while it remains possible to agree a deal this year." EU chief Brexit negotiator, Michel Barnier, also said the bloc remains committed to a fair, reciprocal and balanced agreement. He tweeted, "In this crucial moment for the negotiations, we continue to work hard with David G.H. Frost and his team. The EU remains committed to a fair, reciprocal and balanced agreement. We respect the sovereignty of the UK. And we expect the same. Both EU and UK must have the right to set their own laws and control their own waters. And we should both be able to act when our interests are at stake." Negotiations being led by the EU Commission, but some diplomats have warned the December 21 deadline may be disregarded in pursuit of a deal. National governments could apply the deal provisionally before it is ratified next year by MEPs.